Hey guys, it's Selma Cash, and today I am going to be starting a 4-part series for you guys. This is going to be about fitness. Many years ago, I was a personal trainer, and these 4 issues that I'm going to address were things that I noticed that my clients were always talking about, and I just thought this would be a good place to start. So before you do any kind of meal plans, any kind of exercising, any kind of fitness regime, you want to be sure to consult your physician. So with that being said, let's jump into the first video. Okay, we're going to talk about goals in this first video. Now, don't set an unrealistic goal. That is what the main thing to take away from this. You know, if you set this huge goal of, for instance, I want to lose 50 pounds, and I want to lose 50 pounds by, in like 2 days. That's just very unrealistic, and what happens when you set a goal and you don't meet it, you get frustrated, and then frustration sets in, and then you're like, well, I didn't get what I wanted, so I'm just going to quit. So that's something that you don't want to do, and with fitness, I see that a lot, and it's kind of, for a personal trainer, it's devastating. So, I don't want you guys to be frustrated when you don't meet your goals. So start small. For instance, if you drink pop, and let's say you drink 5 in a day, try to cut that number back. 3, 2, 1, whatever, until you get to your, until you're not consuming a lot of empty calories. I took an average soft drink and I multiplied that by, I'm not going to tell you what drink it was, but I took an average soft drink and I took that number and I multiplied it by 5. So you say you have 5 cans of it. It was 850 calories for 5 cans of pop. So that's something to think about, 850 calories. So that's, like I said, just something for you guys to think about. That number is just unreal when you actually sit there and think about it. But just try to limit empty calories, because that is exactly what pop is. When you go to the grocery store, try to avoid, buying the cakes and pies and cookies, because that is some of the stuff that, you can sit down and watching your favorite TV show and you're eating some chips or something, and you look up and you're like, oh, dude, the show's over and I just ate the whole bag of chips. So kind of avoid buying those things that your comfort items or your the things that are your vices that you really like to have. That way you're not tempted. So let's say you decide to go to the gym. Don't set a radical workout plan, because when you set a radical workout plan, you're going to go to the gym, let's say you used to go to the gym 3 years ago. Don't go back to the gym and start off where you started off 3 years ago, because guaranteed the next day you're going to be so sore. So, go to the gym, start out small, and, work back up to where you were. Don't just jump right into it. A lot of times I see people who are so gung-ho, like, let's work out, and like they would do, we'd do like maybe, 5, 10 exercises or something. And they say, oh, let's do more. And I'm like, dude, no, you need to just slow it down, because tomorrow you're going to be like, please. So, don't rush into a workout program. Just start out small, and eventually you can build up. The last thing I want to talk about is snacking. Try to avoid snacking at all costs, because that is another thing. Kind of like with the chips and the pies and the cookies and stuff. You're like watching TV and you're just popping them in. You're not noticing. Oh, next thing you know, you've had 300 calories of something. I'm just making that number up. But it's very realistic. You've had a piece of pie or something. It's like got all that calories and fat and everything else in it. So try to avoid snacking at all costs, and try to, if you feel that you must have something before dinner time, please go ahead, try to snack on something more healthy, like, blueberries or something like that, so you're not eating junk food that's not going to be beneficial. So to recap here, this first video, don't set unrealistic goals. Start out small to minimize frustrations. So with that being said, this is, like I said, the first video in this series, and thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.